Good morning. I'm going to start with a passage from a book, but it's a passage written by George Berkeley, and he lived a long time ago. He lived 1685 to 1753, and he was an Irishman. And he wrote concerning human knowledge, and there's just a small passage in here I want to read. Unless we take care to clear the first principles of knowledge from the embarrassment and delusion of words, we may make infinite reasonings upon them to no purpose. We may draw consequences from consequences and be never the wiser. The farther we go, we shall only lose ourselves the more irrevocably, and be the deeper entangled in difficulties and mistakes. Whoever therefore designs to read the following sheets, I entreat him to make my words the occasion of his own thinking, and endeavor to attain the same train of thoughts and reading that I had in writing them. By this means it will be easy for him to discover the truth or falsity of what I say. He will be out of all danger of being deceived by my words, and I do not see how he can be led into an error by considering his own naked, undisguised ideas. What I liked about that is that he tells the reader forthright, it's okay to read what I write. Just think for yourself. Have your own thoughts. Have your own musings. Have your own breakdown of where it was that I was going in my mind. So today's theme is be your own kind of beautiful. And kind of where I'm going with that is the mind is the most beautiful organ in your body. It's beautiful, it's vast with possibilities, it's elastic in its movement. It has the potential to give you all of the things that you think you want. The mind can give you imaginary worlds to escape to. The mind can give you hope. The mind can give you journeys. It can plan and plot and sort and think and troubleshoot. The mind is the most beautiful organ you have. I once saw somebody write a poem about the beauty of skin, and that was the beauty of our bodies in this life, and I beg to differ in that because beauty of the skin fades. It gets all wrinkled, it gets stretchy, you know. Beauty of your hair, your eyes, your teeth can all fall out. You know, your skin fades, but your mind is a beautiful organ, and it's unique, and it shapes all of the wants and desires, and it is you. It is a part of you. And every single person's mind is unique and different. Two people can look a lot alike. You can have identical twins and they can look a lot alike, but they're different. There are no two humans on this earth that have the exact same brain, that have the exact same experiences, that have the exact same encounters, and they are not the same. We are each unique and beautiful. Now, why do I talk about the mind? Why am I looking at the knock real world instead of the spiritual? Because each soul is also unique. And no, I don't think the soul resides in the mind, per se. But if the mind goes, the soul goes. So, what have you. I think that there is a lot of value in being yourself and being true to yourself and being able to read something and draw your own conclusions and find your own way through the journey of those words and the passage of those meanings and layers. There's just each author, each person that writes something down comes from a different angle. You know, I was talking to someone not a couple days ago, and I made an offhand comment about, gosh, maybe I should write a book about fasting, spiritual fasting specifically. And he was like, yeah, you should totally do that. And then I went, why? Why? You have to have a why and a reason to do something. And it needs to be beauty. And it needs to be purposeful. Maybe I will write a book about fasting. Maybe I won't. Speaking of fasting, I promised I would check in. So this is week 2 for me. And I am I'm fasting from 3 o'clock on. So from 3 p.m. to 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., kind of depends on when I get up. There's no food that passes my lips, only water, tea, and bone broth. And I am doing 2 8-ounce cups of warm bone broth. Well, I did 1 cup yesterday. Bone broth with butter. Num, 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 num. With a little extra sea salt in there, because bone broth by itself gets kind of old. Fasting helps. I have had more energy. I've been doing a little bit better. How much of that also is I've been doing a nebulizer at least once a day due to the low oxygen levels in the air because of all the smoke. As always, get outside if you can. There's a lot of smoke in the air, and I would not blame you at all if you just said no and bag it. It's not too hot today. It's supposed to be really nice. It was really nice yesterday, but the smoke is really thick. It's not too bad this morning. I can actually see the Bridgers this morning, which is a lot better than yesterday, but it's still really thick, and it's heavy, and it's hard to breathe. So if you have any kind of lung condition or allergies or just have trouble with smoke, it's bad out there. So be safe. If you can't get outside, try some deep breathing, diaphragmatic breathing exercises. You can find directions for that 500 different places online. Like, it's easy to find out about diaphragmatic breathing. It's a basic breathing technique, and you don't have to make it complicated. Just take a couple moments and breathe deeply and sit quietly with the TV off, the phone off, the computer off, and just sit with yourself and really enjoy your own presence and your own beauty. You are important and you are beautiful. And it's important to tell yourself that every day. I am beautiful, I love myself, and I am important. It's not a narcissistic thing. It's a self-actualizing thing. It's a finding your grounding and your center and finding the beauty in who you are. It's a wonderful thing. You are unique and you are beautiful and you have purpose and you have contributions to your community and to your life. We live in a community, no matter how isolated we feel, no matter how depressed we are, no matter how run and insignificant we may feel in the bigger picture. We are important. And it's important to know that and to touch that within yourself every day. And honestly, if you're not outside taking a walk and hugging some trees and sitting in the grass and just feeling the earth in which we live, at least take some time to be with yourself and to really sit with yourself and come to that place of peace where you can feel that quietude and that joy of who you are. It's a beautiful place to be. So I wish you a happy day, and I will see you tomorrow in prayer. Blessed be.